What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Noob Cybot. Welcome to my Universal Gamer Update number 39. Are y'all ready for it? Brought to you by MultiplayGames.com, where the games go. Before I start my Universal Gamer Update off, I got 4 things to talk about. And the first thing I gotta talk about is one person asked me, "Damn, dude, you talk so goddamn fast. Are you a rapper?" Well, I used to rap back in the days, but I don't consider myself as a rapper and never have. But no, I don't rap no more. And no, just a long story short, no, I'm not a rapper. I just do it because it's funny, you know, just to be funny, just to be different from everybody else's videos on YouTube. So, yeah. Next thing I want to mention, or I want to bring up and say, thank you guys that have been subscribing to me lately. I've been getting so much love and subscriptions and subscribers. It's like, oh my God, it's crazy. You know, I said subscriptions, that's people I'm subscribed to. But I've been getting so many subscribers, man. It's people showing me love, leaving me feedback on my videos, private messages and stuff like that. I really appreciate the love. And also, you're welcome. A lot of people have been saying thank you for the videos I've been putting up. You're welcome. And also thank you, because without you, I wouldn't be anything on YouTube at all. I wouldn't be able to do this at all, period, without you. So thank you. Well, I will be able to do it without you, but it makes me want to do it even more and more. It makes me more better at what I do. It makes me more highlighted on YouTube, literally. Even the haters out there, thank you, because it gives me something to, you know, brush off. Sometimes I get some dust right here, I forget to brush it off. And when you guys hate, I just gotta brush it off. Oh yeah, I forgot that dust is right there anyway. Let me go ahead and brush that off. So yeah, next thing I want to bring up is the Halo 4 Game Informer. Now this came out last week. It already been out probably for a week and a half. Haven't read through the article yet, but it was like 3 or 4 pages talking about Halo 4, a whole written up article and stuff like that, with some art within the game and a couple of screenshots and stuff like that. So can't wait to read that. Haven't had a chance to read it yet, so yeah. Next thing, a couple of people out there, some of my friends didn't believe I had a beta key from way from 2010. Excuse me. Way from 2010. Here it is right here. And it reads, and it reads, Ghost Recon Future Soldier Beta VIP Access. The Future of War coming fall 2010, which is the beta coming fall 2010. Here we sit 2012, and the beta just came out today. Also had got something in the mail from Ubisoft saying that I got a beta key for Ghost Recon Future Soldier for October 2011, you know. And the beta obviously didn't come out, which I'm not upset about it. You know, I don't really mind. Hey, more time for them to work on the game, get the game straight. Speaking of getting the game straight, we're gonna move it over to Spit Game. I know I usually do my top 5 games for the upcoming week, but I got a big Universal Gamer update this week, and I'll get into that towards the end of the video if I got time. Now, I want to continue on from my topic, my segment I talked about inside my last Universal Gamer update, talking about Black Ops 2 and Halo 4. Talking about why I will be picking up Halo 4, even though I told myself after Halo Reach is so fun and so cool and so great, and I'm not going to pick up another Halo game because Bungie is not going to be working on it. 343 is going to strictly work on that game. But I changed my mind to pick up Halo 4, and I'll explain that inside this video. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I will not be picking that game up with a 10-foot pole, even though it's one of the top selling games of all time as far as shooters, just probably of all time, period. Still won't be picking up that game though. Why? I will be explaining that right now. Basically, before I explain that, I'm gonna bring up a question somebody asked me that I never answered. They asked me, man, how could you protect Call of Duty against people ranting against it, and then make a video ranting about Call of Duty? That's a very good question. But if you actually think about it, if you know me, you know that's not a good question, because my rant versus another person's rant are 2 different things. For example, this is somebody else that hates Call of Duty and is making a Call of Duty rant video. Check it out. Call of Duty is fucking fake as fuck. It's fucking the worst, stupidest fucking game I ever played. It's so freaking fake. Play Battlefield, play Armor Assault 2 if you want a real war experience. Call of Duty is so fucking fake. No destructible environments, no vehicles that you drive, only stupid ass airstrikes and kill streaks and stuff like that. 360 no scopes are so fucking fake and so dumb and retarded, and run across the map with big ass guns in your hand at 100 miles per hour. That's just so freaking fake. And you have to have a perk to shoot through cover and stuff. How realistic is that? That's another person's rant that doesn't like a game. That's not a real gaming rant. Anybody that make a rant that hates a game, you're messing up what a rant is, what a rant video is. A rant video is you are raging about something, you're screaming at the top of your lungs most of the time, and that's what makes rant videos cool to watch and funny, and at the same time you're speaking the truth. But my rant video versus that, my rant video is coming from a development standpoint of view, an educated standpoint of view, a progression standpoint of view of the game. I wasn't ranting about how fake it was, how boring it is, how the multiplayer is the same old, same old. What I was talking about, how the engine needs to progress, the textures need to progress. Fuck that 60 frames per second. You know, lower it down to 40 frames per second, or get a better engine that can deliver 60 frames per second and also give you those peak performances as far as animation, as far as some of the things that Call of Duty needs to achieve, like Call of Duty 4 did, Modern Warfare. If you notice, if you go back, if you got this game inside your library, go back and play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then play Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Single player I'm talking about. I'm not talking about multiplayer, I'm talking about single player. Notice how beautiful and how better the game is in Call of Duty 4. And how Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 kind of drifted away, but at the same time did some cool things with the game, but at the same time looked like ass compared to Call of Duty 4. And then Modern Warfare 3, you know, steps away even further, you know. That's where I'm coming from, you know. They need to progress the game. Take all that money and build your engine or borrow somebody else's engine. Use the Unreal Engine or the DICE engine or something like that. You don't have to have as much destructible environments as they do, but make sure you change the game up, because that's the only thing that's stopping me from buying Black Ops 2 and stuff. Even though I know it's by 2 developers and the publishers, Activision, are working with 2 different development companies to make a Call of Duty every 2 years or whatever, which stands out to be every year because they, you know, go after each other. You know, if one company ain't done with their Call of Duty, the other one is, you know, you guys get what I'm saying. You know, I explained this in a different video. Okay, so Halo 4. Like I said, I wasn't going to touch Halo 4 at all, period, because Bungie, I love the work they did with their game. That was their game. They're the ones that's the makers of that game. They're the ones that originated that game. You know, it's kind of like if I have somebody else inside my Universal Gamer updates and I'll never be inside my Universal Gamer updates no more. How many of y'all will watch my Universal Gamer updates then? You know, so I was like, well, 343 working on a Halo game all by ourselves, no Bungie developers except for like a couple I heard. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna touch it. You know, I buy games for to help out the developers. That's because I got the love for the developers themselves as people and stuff like that. I don't just buy it for the game itself, you know. But, you know, come to find out, they're doing a good job with the game. There's no beef between Bungie and 343. They're just Bungie's going off doing their own thing. They know better next time to not get sold out by high-end tier people like Microsoft and stuff like that. And, you know, it's not just Microsoft that does it and stuff. So I can't just blame them. But Halo 4 is looking gorgeous, you know, literally. The reflection animation and stuff like that. Just the animation of the characters they put inside the characters where you can vault over cover. Everybody knows in Halo you can jump high and stuff, but I think they're putting, you know, they're not sure yet. I've been hearing things and seeing things, but, you know, I don't want to speak on something and put my foot in my own ass, but from what I've seen, there's going to be cover action, vaulting over cover and stuff like that. I think they're going to take the high jump stuff out of the game. If I'm not mistaken, like I said, from what I've been seeing so far and reading so far, you know, it's an iffy thing. They're still in the works of it and stuff like that. And it's just like a all-around new game. You know, I got tired of the Halo franchise shooting the same enemies over and over. They announced there's going to be new enemies, new threat. You know, I'm getting tired of shooting the same old grenade and all that stuff. And, no, I got tired of fighting the same stuff. It's fun for the first 5 hours because there's so much new polygons and so much new debris flying and stuff, the new stuff they put into each Halo game. But then again, after like a few hours, a handful of hours, it gets like kind of repetitive because the enemies just makes it repetitive. Everything else feels brand new. The enemies just feel repetitive. Now, it's like some of the games they do amp up the enemies and make them more better and the AI more smarter. That's what makes it last a little bit longer, but all in all, I still feel repetitive at some times. But Halo 4, I'm picking up, most definitely picking up the collector's edition, whatever edition they got, even the high-end edition, I'm picking it up. I want to support that game as a whole. Alright, so to end this spit game segment out, I want to talk about Call of Duty once more, bring that up real fast. And for the haters out there of Call of Duty, if you don't like the game, if it's not your cup of tea, don't have me bring up the cup of tea stuff again. But if it's not your cup of tea, you don't like the game, then just don't play it. There's no point in leaving people comments on their page about their race and about how they have sex with their mom and live in the basement and stuff like that. There's no point, you know. If you just don't like a game, obviously you're mad about something. You're mad, bro, you know. So with that said, you know, Call of Duty, I always think of Call of Duty as a Justin Bieber of video games. Justin Bieber gets talked about by everybody. But at the same time, he got all kind of females screaming his name. If you're watching right now, anybody that's watching right now, you don't got not one female screaming your name, and I guarantee you that. And then he got a lot of money, so he can throw $1,000 at your face and say, choke on that, bitch, and you'll damn near choke on it, you know? That's how Call of Duty is. No matter how big Call of Duty is, people are still gonna hate on it, even though the developers don't have to pay attention to shit that y'all saying, or the publisher, should I say, don't have to pay attention to shit, because they're making billions of dollars every year. Call of Duty is the #1 selling game of all time in game history. All right, moving it over to gaming news. Now, I had an article to read to you guys, but I see I don't have enough time, so I will put that inside a separate video, reading this article to you guys, reading most of it to you guys about $60 games and stuff like that, and how games are falling over the ledge as being overpriced, and how developers are trying to balance that point between pricing the game and, you know, the used game market and making money off the profit to further their next game or project. But that'd be inside a separate video. Next, I want to move over to the new consoles. A lot of people have been wondering why I haven't talked about the new consoles on my Universal Gamer update. I'm talking about it briefly. The new 360 and the new PS3. Realistically, PS3 don't really need a new system when games are looking as good as Uncharted, Killzone, Resistance, Ratchet and Clank, even Heavenly Swords, which is old as hell, Heavy Rain. If a new PS3 does come out, it's going to up the ante in a lot of consoles. You know, the Wii U is already about to come out soon, but the 360, the next 360 will really have to step it up. But the new consoles are not for us. It's for the developers. It's for the people that's trying to make money. They're going to give us something. They're going to show us screenshots at E3 and stuff like that and show what this console can do. But realistically, the console is made for them to make more money and outdo the used game market. So basically, they're just going to try and brainwash us into getting a new console for us to, you know, get stuck and get used to this thing where you only going to buy new games and new games only. And if you do get a used game, you're only going to be able to pay it for an hour, like an hour trial. And then after that, you will have to buy a code within the store or something to play the full game if you want to continue playing that game off that disc or something like that, or install it into your hard drive on your disc. You're trying to do like the PC standpoint of view or whatever. It's not going to never get like that. If anything, they're going to lose a lot of gamers on a console standpoint, because if you start getting like PC where you got to install the game and stuff like that, and you have to, the game only works for that system because it has a certain kind of code that goes to it, people are going to ditch the console games as a whole and go to PC gaming, because PC gaming is exactly like that. And you got accessibility to free patches, free updates, free game add-ons, and free mods. That's the main thing that's hot about PC mods. And I ain't talking about no mods where it got all kind of fucking the mods where you go into this creepy website and you don't know what the hell you're downloading, and all of a sudden you got a bug that fucks up your computer. No, I'm talking about mods that's supported by the game development itself, the engine itself, which a lot of these smart ass people go inside there and mess around with the game stuff, which the developers let them, and pull out these public mods that just changes the whole game as a whole. So you can play through a whole game, go back and play through it again, and it'll be completely different because of the mods and all the different things you can put into the game and stuff like that. So with that said, I'm going ahead and end my Universal Gamer update off. Hope you guys enjoyed this update. I didn't do my top 5 games for the upcoming week, but for a game that is coming out relatively soon, which is on the 24th, which is like 5 days from now, it's Prototype 2. I haven't played the first game, played the hour trial on PSN, but other than that, I didn't play none of the Prototype games, but this one is looking kind of crazy and looking kind of cool. So that's coming out on the 24th for the PS3, 360, and PC. Like I said, be looking out for another video coming out from your boy Noob Sidebot, talking about this game article that I read. So yeah, I'm out. Peace.